Welcome to RPG Community College. Today I'm going to be showing off the updated version of the Eldritch Arcana mod by Jutes Jasper. This is a continuation of the Eldritch Arcana mod by Elmindra, and it's going to be adding in a ton of content into the game. So much actually that I'm not going to be able to cover it all in this video, but all of the content that is added by the mod is from the official tabletop game. So if you're not a Pathfinder veteran, a quick Google search should get you any information that you need about any of the things added by the mod that you're not familiar with. And if you're at all interested in the mod, I would highly recommend actually checking out the mod page and giving it a good look yourself. But let's actually start by talking about what it is this mod does. This mod is going to allow you to select traits when you first create your character. It's also going to add in favored class bonuses, the ability for spontaneous caster classes to replace spells at the appropriate level, optional deity selection for RP purposes, and it's also going to give you the ability to dismiss your area effect spells. It adds the Oracle class to the game, along with the Seeker and Ancient Lorekeeper archetypes for the class. It gives sorcerers the ability to play as the cross-blooded archetype, and you're going to be able to choose from the Orc bloodline when you're creating a sorcerer. New spells are going to be available as well. These include things like Knock, Detect Secret Doors, Time Stop, Meteor Storm, and Wish, just to name a few of them. There's new feats as well, like Eldritch Heritage, Mage Tattoo, Spell Perfection. Additional Magus Arcanas are added, like Summon Familiar, Quicken, Spell Blending. You're going to be able to augment your spells with new metamagic feats. The mod adds in things like Rhyme, Intensified Spell, and Dazing Spell, and there are scrolls for these new spells added into the game, along with rods for the new metamagics that are available, and it's even going to allow you to cast spells while you're in form of an elemental, like you can do in the pen and paper version of Pathfinder. But that's a pretty good list of most of the major things that this mod is going to add. Again, it's not a complete list. There are many feats, some spells, and traits that I didn't go over that you will find on the mod page. All in all, this mod is going to make creating characters a lot more interesting, especially if you're a magic user, but this mod does have a little something for everyone. And I would like to take some time to highlight some of the things that I think are the most interesting and impactful, starting with the Oracle. This is a charisma-based divine casting class that is very flexible in terms of how you can build it. Oracles are capable of being healers, damage dealers, support casters, or a hybrid of any of these categories. They draw upon divine mysteries to grant them unique skills and powers, such as the Flame Mystery, which is going to be giving the Oracle access to damage-dealing fire spells, or the Life Mystery, that enhances an Oracle's ability to heal and protect their allies. Oracles are also cursed though. Which curse you choose will give you unique benefits, but also comes with a downside. The Clouded Vision curse, for example, will limit how far your character can see, but after gaining levels, your limited vision will become enhanced with Blind Sight. So you will have a smaller overall vision than most characters, but you will have blind sight, allowing you to see hidden enemies. Oracles also get to choose between Cure and Inflict wound spells. These will progress through the ranks of the spells whenever you reach the appropriate level, granting you the next tier of whatever wounds type spells that you chose to specialize in. A Oracle with the Seeker subclass is going to be an extra potent damage dealer, with Seeker lore giving you a +4 to checks made to overcome spell resistance, and at level 15, gaining Seeker Magic, which reduces the cost of all metamagic abilities by 1 level. You're going to be able to throw out some extremely strong spells, and you're going to be able to apply the Extend metamagic feat to any spell for free. An elf that happens to be an Oracle can pick the Ancient Lorekeeper subclass. This is going to allow them to pick a spell from the Sorcerer or Wizard spell list every even level, and it gives them access to the Time Mystery, giving them unique abilities themed around control of time itself, like temporarily erasing someone from time, or rapidly aging them by touching them, dealing damage to their strength ability score. Another interesting feature is going to be the addition of traits to the character creation process. These can be positive or negative additions to your character that are going to help you make them more unique. Most traits are going to be positive though. You're going to be able to choose from 2 positive traits and 1 negative trait when you're creating your character at first level. You don't have to choose a negative trait, but if you decide to, you'll be able to get 3 positive traits instead of 2. Traits give you small effects that can help you flesh out your character's backstory. Maybe a daemon has tainted your face with their foul brand, weakening your persuasion attempts. Or maybe your deity favors you a little bit more than they do their other followers, granting you additional benefits from any luck bonuses that you might receive. Some traits can even tie your character's heritage to the campaign setting. Although it's not going to be acknowledged by anyone in the game, you could still be a long-lost Sortoga, or maybe even a Lebeda, who was quietly removed from the family for reasons that are best left unspoken. Traits are great at encouraging roleplay, but some are geared towards making your character more powerful, like Blade of the Society, which is going to give anyone with this trait access to sneak attack dice at level 3, or a signature spell, which is going to allow you to pick any one spell of your choice and give it +1 to its caster level. Traits can also have an effect on your skills. The Empathic Diplomat trait is going to allow you to use your Wisdom modifier instead of your Charisma for persuasion checks. And there's also traits that can make any one of the skills into a class skill, giving you proficiency in it. So you're no longer limited to the skill selection of the class that you chose, you can be proficient in anything. The mod also adds in some incredibly useful and iconic spells, like Knock, a spell that allows wizards to open locked objects with a spell check. And with the Detect Secret Doors spell, you will never miss that hidden loot in the Tenebrous Depths ever again. There are some incredibly powerful high-level spells added in too. The amazing 9th level spell Time Stop does exactly what its name suggests. Meteor Swarm is another incredible spell that's going to be added in. With this spell, you will be able to pull meteors from outer space to settle any disagreements that you might have. There's spells thrown in here for Divine Casters too. A Greater Magic Weapon is going to allow you to boost any weapon up to a +5. Weapon of Awe is going to give you a +2 Sacred bonus to your weapon damage rolls. This is always nice. And you can even gain access to the 9th level spell True Resurrection, bringing back any of your friends fully restored and refreshed and ready to get right back into the thick of things. On top of adding in new spells to play with, there are also new meta magics to further enhance your spellcasting, with feats such as Spell Perfection, and traits like Magical Lineage lowering the cost of applying meta magics to your spells. Using meta magic is also more accessible, making all spellcasters more versatile and customizable. The Elemental Spell meta magic is going to allow you to change the element of any spell into any other element that you want. This is great for the Tenebrous Depths, where monsters are often resistant to a certain element. Like if you're fighting fire-resistant enemies, just make your fireball deal acid damage. And with Intensified Spell meta magic, this is going to increase the maximum caster level cap of any spell that it's applied to by 5. This does not increase the level that the spell is cast at, just the maximum amount that can be applied to determine how many damage dice that you're going to roll. So for example, a normal fireball spell can deal a maximum of 10d6 damage with a caster level of 10, but with Intensified Spell, it's going to be able to deal 15d6 as long as you have a caster level of 15. If changing the element of your fireball and making it deal 15d6 was not enough, why not make it crowd control enemies too? If you have the Daze spell meta magic, you can do just that. If enemies hit by your spell fail a fortitude save, they're gonna become dazed. And the Rhyme spell meta magic will give any spell with the cold descriptor a chance to entangle anyone hit by the spell, so you can make Cone of Cold even cooler. And if you want to learn more about the mod, I highly recommend you just try it out. For me, this is a must-have mod. It takes an already amazing character building system and just gives you more of it, especially for caster classes. You're going to have a lot of new tools and tricks to play with to further define your characters and really make them feel unique. And whether you're a role player or a power gamer, like there's something here for you to enjoy. And if you like the mod, consider endorsing it and showing the author some support. That is going to be all for this video though. I hope you learned a thing or two, and if you'd like to continue your education, be sure to like and subscribe. And if you'd like to go that extra mile, I do have a Patreon account that you can find a link to in the description. Thank you for watching. I wish you the best of luck in all of your endeavors, and I hope to see you again soon.